Hello friends, in this video we will going to see the folder structure of Laravel applications. So as you can see I have listed few major folder structure of Laravel and this is how the folder structure of Laravel will going to happen. I have given the name and their advantage of using it, their main working, why do they are used in Laravel application. So I will share this presentation with you guys so that you can read it about it, whereas I'll go on to my project and I'll explain it over here. So as you guys remember that we have created a project called Laravel 10 and this is the same folder. Now let's get started with the file structure or the folder structure. The first folder is app folder, which will going to have your major application files such as your console, that is your terminal, your exception files, your HTTP will going to have controller middleware files folders, your model will going to have all the database related files, app service provider is here, route service provider is here. So these all things are there inside your app. So if you want to deal with your controller, you have to come with the inside the controller folder. For models you have to go inside the model folders. You for the request there will be a request folder. So in such way we can work in the Laravel application for app folder. The second one is the bootstrap, where the main autoloading your caching part is done. Right now it is get ignored, that we don't want to push it onto the server. The third one is the config, that is main configuration file. As you can see, broadcasting, caching, for the sanctum part, for the session, for view, hashing, file system, for each and every database configuration, everything is being done here. As you can see here my database configuration are being taken into consideration. See, mysql from env file, it will going to take my db host name, my db port, username, password and everything, and in the same way it will going to connect by using the pdo to my database on the server. So this was the config. The fourth important folder is the database folder, which will going to have three subfolders. The factories for fake data. Using factories, we can insert the fake data into your table. Migration will going to help you to create the schema of your table. See, this is the migration schema. We will going to see how all these files are going to get created and particularly installed in your application. The third one is the seeder, where you want to seed something, some raw or data into a table, empty table. So we can use seeder. Now after database we have a public folder, which is the basic folder where we can store different kinds of front end images, different sorts of files inside the public folder. Right now it is having htaccess and index.php, which are the two important files of Laravel application. Index.php will going to run every time the first when you will going to hit php artisan run command. So this is the file which gets run, and htx is used for the redirection part, as you can see. So please don't make any such changes in these two files, otherwise your project will be going to get hang. The fifth important file is the resource file, where we have front end files, css, javascript, view file, blade file, etc. Then there is a route file, which again have four files: for api, for channels if you are any broadcast channel, for console, that is terminal, and for the web browsers. Then we have storage. Storage will again going to use to store something and to retrieve something in your application. It has also log, where your actual logging part of your application get done in laravel.log. See, these are all the logs. And after that, as you can see, there is something called as vendor. Vendor is something which will going to have all the packages installed by the composer itself. So it this particular folder gets created when we install a composer or install a new Laravel application, or when we update it. So vendor file creates after that. Apart from this folder structure, this file structure, there are few important files as well out of this directory, that is env. Env is something, the environmental file, which will going to take all the important things in this file. See, the app thing is done, the app configuration is done here, the database configuration is done here, the redis configuration is done here, the mail configuration, the aws package configuration. So every configuration will be done in your .env file, and later on by using the config, each and everything is taken into consideration. For database it will come here, for session it will come here, for sanctum it will come here. Sanctum is again a inbuilt authorization of package of Laravel. And there is one more important thing called as artisan. So php artisan serve, php artisan make. So artisan is the command line of Laravel. So this is the file which will going to run every time we read the artisan command. Okay. Apart from this, we also have composer.json, which will going to have all the packages installed in the system. It will going to have your PHP version, your framework, that is Laravel version. As you can see, this Laravel 10.10, your various other versions and their name. Okay, and these are some of the files which are not required right now. uh, so I'll send this PDF so that you guys can go through it. Same thing has been written over in a theoretical manner, you can read it. And meanwhile, till we upload the next video, you can go to the file structure, the folder structure of Laravel application. Okay, please subscribe this channel and be ready for the next video. Thank you so much.